to the Mindbender Mental Performance Podcast.
Episode 148, The Power of Preparation, owning the process, building and acting confident in taking what's yours. Today's episode is especially dedicated to the great Tommy Malafronte Jr. and mi roll dogs, mi familia, Skol de Perro and Reese Arreo. This is the only podcast that former pro ball player turned pro pickleballer says makes players fuerza en la cabeza. El lugar es aquí, el momento es ahora. Wherever you are, the place is here. The time is now. We're taking it from the clouds to the dirt where it can grow, one episode at a time. It's about showing up, being present over perfect, and knocking down the mental and oftentimes emotional barriers that get in the way of consistent and confident performance. Let's talk about the truth about preparation. We say it all the time. You don't rise to the occasion. You sink to the level of your preparation. You fall to the level of your training. So today we're going to dive into something that separates the average from the elite, the dreamers from the doers, and the guys who hope they'll perform from the ones who know they will perform. And that, of course, is preparation. The separations in the, you guessed it, preparation. Yeah, Kowalski, I know preparation matters. No, you don't. You just don't know it. Because plenty of people know what to do, but they don't do what they know. You live it or you don't. Because preparation, it ain't just about getting ready. It's about building a lifestyle of readiness. Anytime, all the time guy. It's the difference between the guy who wants to be great and the guy who refuses to be anything less than great. See, the most elite and the best guys don't just show up and expect to perform. They create habits, routines, and mental disciplines that make their performance inevitable. They are a machine of routine. How about some old heads like Ozzie Smith, Wade Boggs, Tom Seaver, and the great Larry Bird? These dudes weren't born great. They worked their asses off until preparation became so ingrained in them that the competition felt easy. Because if you practice like it's a game, then the game will feel like practice. So today, let's break down a little bit how you build a preparation system that makes your performance automatic. So when it's bright lights, big city, right? And the energy environment is firing away, and maybe the game's on the line, you're not thinking about whether you're ready. You know you are. Every ball player hears advice. Every player knows they should be working harder, but only if you actually apply it. The best don't just take in information, they act on it. See, K minus A equals N. Knowledge minus action equals nothing. They put their awareness into action. They live their work. They throw themselves into the kiln like the master Chinese potter. Let your learning lead to action. Let your learning lead to action, not just to knowledge. Remember this name, the great Rusty Staub? Every swing in beeps had a purpose. How about Tom Seaver? He trained alone at night. Ozzie Smith treated infield drills like it was Game 7 of the World Series when he was doing it in spring training. Because the mental game ain't just about getting ready for the big one. It's about getting ready for each one. Preparation isn't just about doing more reps. It's about giving excellence in every rep you take. You don't just hit beeps. You hunt and attack barrels. You don't just throw in the pen. You hunt and attack the zone. You attack locations. You go through your pre-pitch routines and your release routines. You don't just, Shag, that's for little leaguers. You practice fielding. You field grounders. You prepare for every possible bounce. You step into your circle of focus and then have a hit it to me mentality. The best players don't practice to practice. They practice so that the game feels like practice. Really, it's about self-discipline. Preparation isn't always this glossy, sexy little thing. It's not fun. It's tedious. It's repetitive. And it's lonely. And that's why most people don't want to do it. Most guys will say they want to, but they won't take the action or they won't make the commitment because it's boring. I want to go have fun. But like Tom Brady said, having this kind of fun is more fun than actual fun is. And guess what? That's why they stay average, because it's boring, because the mission isn't compelling enough. They're not willing to pay the price to have the promise. They're not willing to put in the roots so they can have the fruits. Discipline is what separates the little leaguers from the big leaguers. Ozzie Smith, he fielded every ground ball in practice with the same focus he had in a game. Larry Bird didn't just shoot around. He built routines so dialed in that his body expected greatness. About Wade Boggs, not only could he drink 35 Coors Light on a coast-to-coast flight, right? Gas up the bird, fill it up with naughty lights. He was so locked in that his preparation became who he was. You don't get to want greatness, but train like everybody else. You have to outwork and outprepare and outcompete the competition. See, life and the game rewards those who are ready. The question then becomes, are you as prepared, as committed, as ready as you can be? Confidence isn't something you're born with. Nobody's born mentally tough either. It's not something you just have. Confidence is an action. It's a choice. It's earned, and it's earned through consistent preparation. The guys who step onto the field with unshakable belief aren't the ones with the most talent always, because hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. They're the ones who have done the work so many times that their body knows exactly what to do when the moment arrives, because they've done it 1,000 times in preparation for the moment. The great Tom Seaver wrote down every pitch he threw, every hitter he faced, every adjustment he needed to make. Elite level post-game execution journaling on his Well Better How. Why'd he do it? So when he stepped onto Tom's Island in a big moment, he wasn't guessing. He knew. And when you know, you play free and easy and loose. If you want to take ownership of your preparation, start with finding a routine and sticking to it. You got to have a more resilient plan than I'll give it a try once or twice and see how it goes. Or even I'll do it for 30 days. No. How do you warm up? What's your mission on the day? What's your focus before beeps? Are you taking beeps to get loose, or are you getting loose to go in and take beeps? Your day-to-day consistency, your preparation, your process builds your in-game consistency and confidence. You got to see yourself making plays before it happens. Oh, guys are struggling a little bit and they think about themselves playing bad. What do you think's going to happen? You're going to play bad. If you see yourself making plays and being the dominant player that you are, then that's going to happen. Things happen twice, first in our mind, then in reality. Picture yourself hammering buttery backspin biscuit barrel pops right through the eye of the barrel, tension free. Feel the moment before you step into it. See it as vividly, as richly, as clearly as you can in your mind. Because there's insight. Do the insight. Get the mindset right. The best visualize so often that when the game starts, it's feeling like deja vu out there. Right? Don't take a single swing without intent. Don't throw a single pitch without a plan. Don't field a single grounder without max level focus. Reps without intention are wasted. Train with a purpose. Take beeps like it's bottom of the ninth in the World Series. Pitch pens with hitters in mind. And sequencing and body language and tempo and rhythm and breath. field ground balls with game-like intensity. When your practice is harder than the game tends to slow down on you because you earned it. Look, a lot of players have their routines that borderline on superstition. We know that very well in baseball. Wade Boggs ate the same exact chicken before every game. He didn't kill one like our boy Pedro Serrano tried to. Jake Taylor saved the day there. But some guys won't even step on the foul line. I get it. Here's the deal. Rituals don't make you great. The belief behind them does. What truly believe, when you truly believe how you prepare, how you play, how you compete, that shapes all those elements. When you truly believe, it shapes how you prepare. It shapes how you play. It shapes how you compete. It shapes your process. It shapes your pre-game, in-game routines, release routines, post-game routines. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. And that's in the good book, the greatest success principle book of all time, the Bible. Those who prepare with a purpose win. Those who rush and cut corners and don't prepare and plan lose. Preparation isn't a sometimes thing. It's an everyday thing. If you want the promise, you must pay the price. How much are you willing to suffer? What price are you willing to pay? You don't get to choose the results. You don't get to control what happens in the game. You do get to control how you show up every single day. The best don't prepare so they hope they'll be ready. They prepare so they know they'll be ready. Are you willing to do the work when no one's watching because it's what you do in private that you're rewarded for in public? Are you building a system of preparation that makes confidence automatic because you have a moment as a pre-competition startup routine where you flip the switch and then it's Bruce Wayne becomes Batman, it's Clark Kent becoming Superman? Are you choosing discipline over convenience? Are you choosing principles over preferences and feelings? Because when the game starts, it's too late to prepare. You're either ready or you're not. It's like Poppy said, you either ride or you die. Ride or die. So take control, take ownership, and take what's yours. Para mis jugadores latinos, más línea, más vida. Hasta la próxima, recuerda. Si quieres ser un jugador disciplinado, comprometido y preparado en el futuro, empiezas esa mierda hoy. Se necesita lo que se necesita y lo mejor está por venir. Until next time, remember, if you want to be a disciplined, committed, and prepared ball player in the future, you start that shit today. It takes what it takes, and the best is yet to come.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.